from this tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. It's chilly today, windy, a blistery, blustery day. And I am in my cozy little studio, have my heater turned on in here, so at least I'm not freezing because this little studio is at the very, it's like an addition to the house without, good morning, brazen hearted, or good evening, brazen hearted. It's a proektasi, the word in Greek, in addition to the house. So there's no insulation. That's the word I'm looking for. There's no insulation in this little room here, and it is facing the northeastern side. So, I pretty much get the north light, a little bit of eastern light with it. And hi, sweetheart. It's just really cozy. I love it in here because it's tiny. It's my creative space. Even if I'm not painting, it makes me feel good to be in here, comforted. How does that happen? It's just a room, right? And it's just a little room, and it's an add-on, and it's badly made. But it's my space. This is my space, and it feels good to be in here, and especially because it's closed off really from the rest of the house, so I really don't get disrupted very often. Sometimes I do, and it's like my little cave, my little space. And I think because I have this, I feel very lucky to have it. I feel like it's a necessity for me to have my little tiny studio. And even if I'm not painting, or even if I'm not, making videos, or even if I'm not doing my creative things in here, just sitting in here with my cup of tea, warm tea, that makes me feel connected. I don't know how to explain it. It makes me feel calm. Brazen's going to find the right word for me. That center place, a place of balance, that's basically what I want to say. So when you have a place of balance anywhere in your space, in your physical space, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice because you can go there when you need to reset and rebalance yourself. And I think that's a healthy thing. For many years, I never had my own space because my kids were young, and I was a mom. That's what I did. I was a mom. I raised my kids in the classic, traditional way. Living on this little island, the opportunities to go out and get a job and to go out to the coffee shops and you've got your group of friends, didn't have that. So for me, it was even more important to have some space. And even before I got back into painting, I needed that space, and I used it for my journaling, for for meditations, for practicing my yoga, and being again in that realm of creativity, because creativity does not mean you are an artist. It just happens that I am an artist, or reaching towards being an artist in the true sense of the form. But it has more to do with having your own space. My mic died. Did it? Hello? Did my microphone die? Oh, come on. Checking the connections. Microphone die. Thank you. Thank you. Because I can't hear unless I'm wearing those. I don't even have decent headphones, so it's pretty difficult to even hear what's going on. So what was I talking about? My private space. It's important to have a space in your physical home, in your physical reality, someplace where you can put your body and your mind and your spirit and kind of reconnect. And if you haven't got a space like that, and if you can't create one, you can work with your time, right? If you're living with other people, it may be getting up an hour earlier before everybody else, and just having that space, having the house to yourself, giving yourself the honor and the gift of a space for you to be in, to just be in without expectations and obligations. And I think it's really important. I really do. I do think it is important. So, I am going to keep this one short because yesterday was so long. Oh my goodness. Just went on and on. Had a great time yesterday, though, just really being connected with you guys. So I appreciate that. Thank you for hanging out with me. Here's on the list. Tranquility is a very good word. Tranquility. It's not the word, though. Sorry, not today. Not the exact word. It has. It's a space that is tranquil indeed, even if you're sitting in your car and you go out to your car and you sit in your car because you need your own tranquil space. Yeah. Drat. I love that word. That expression, I guess. So it's more of coming to your center channel. It's really all the same thing that I talk about over and over again, this inner creative channel, right? And whether you're a chakra person or not doesn't matter, but you're coming from the point of awareness to your mind, to your communication, to your heart area, to that gut thing of I'm going to do this. And then to that creative swirl of energy of you actually participating in creating whatever it is that you're going to create, whether that's making your bed or, driving to work, it's all the same thing. And then, the finished product. And it's that channel is coming into that space. And it's helpful, it's really helpful to actually put your body, your physical body in that space, wherever that may be. And if you have to go out to your car and sit there with your journal or with a sketchbook, do that. Have your own private space, or get up earlier, or when everybody's eating, you go and you connect with yourself, with this inner creative being. And it just nourishes those creative embers, that creative energy that's always there. The more we open to it, the more it's there. It's just there, right? It's like noticing your breath and doing breath work, right? If you sit every day, or not every day, but most days, if you take a moment and just notice how you're breathing, then you become aware of your breath throughout the day, and it becomes a part of you. You begin to notice when you get upset, what happens to your breath. You begin to notice when you're feeling calm and tranquil, what happens to your breath. It's just a matter of becoming conscious of it and noticing. And it's the same thing. So find a space that you can go into, even if it's the corner of your kitchen table, and connect. Just connect with you. What's going on? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? And don't be afraid to look at the bad stuff. It's actually the healthiest of all to really take a look, but taking a look objectively, not diving down a swirling emotional trap. That's not what I'm saying. It's noticing that you may have a swirling emotional trap, but pulling yourself out, being the fly on the wall, and noticing what that is and where it goes, how it makes you feel, and then ask the question, is this useful for me? Does this work? Is this creating a glass half full kind of person, or is it pulling me down? Is it sucking me out of this balanced, centered state? Usually, if not always, it is pulling you out of it, right? So when you take notice of it, then more easily the next time you'll notice it faster before it pulls you down. And then you can be like, oh, this is happening. Okay, where did it get me last time? Nowhere. So maybe I don't want to go there. Okay, maybe I can feel it, but I'm just going to turn my focus somewhere else. I'm going to my little special, tiny little studio space and notice something, draw something, turn it around, just pull my attention away from this downward spiral. Just things like that in our daily lives, into who we are, and enforcing and nourishing and supporting who we want to become, and who we want to become. It's already who we are. It's just opening up to that space, and I can say that because that's the work that I've been doing for many, many years since I got back into painting. And so I'm already at 15 minutes. I'm going to go. I got lots to do today. So you guys, sending you lots of love. Sleep well, those of you who are in the States. Be inspired. Be creative. Be you. Take care. See you tomorrow.